So Sanchez is coming. I think we can all agree now that's, 95% likely. Paul Ince, where does Sanchez play? He doesn't play through the middle instead of Lukaku or Ibrahimovic, does he, really? So we're looking at wider positions.
Yeah, I think...
Rashford and Martial under threat?
Well, not so much Rashford, because I don't think Rashford's really played a lot this season. I think he's normally come on at his 10 minutes towards the back end of the second half. Jesse's done it awfully well, the last 4 or 5 weeks. But the thing about Sanchez is that he's shown that he can play across the front three. You can play him left, you can play him as a 10, play him as a right, and you can play him as a centre forward. It also gives Mourinho an alternative, because as much as Lukaku is that 6'4" who holds it up, he's not really got anyone who can go in behind the back four. So, as I said, I wouldn't call Sanchez a utility man, so to speak, but from an attacking point of view, he can play all those positions.
Has he made the right move, Paul?
I think that was the only move he could make. I think he was intent on going to Manchester City when they pulled out.
Well, he could have gone to City, but he'd had to wait till the summer.
Yeah, but obviously I think at the time he wanted to go. Listen, don't get me wrong, Man United is one of the biggest clubs in the world. Because City are actually playing so well and playing the football that I think would have suited Sanchez more than Man United. Man United is still one of the biggest clubs in the world. And it's not such a bad thing, is it?
Is he a mercenary, Paul? Martin Keown called him a mercenary this week, do you think?
I think that's a bit harsh, I think, listen, if he was a mercenary, he would have waited to the end of the season and got probably more money, obviously.
Exactly. Listen, he's been underpaid. He's been underpaid for his performances for the last year or two. He's been underpaid, if you want to... he's been the best, if not second best, in the Premier League for the last 2 or 3 years. So he's had to sacrifice 2 years of being up there where all the other big hitters are. So he's sacrificed that. He's taken the risk. If he gets injured, then he's knackered.
The only issue I will have with it is we've seen and we've heard is that what his temperament's like, amongst his teammates.
Yeah, but the other side of that is he's a winner. And
he's a winner.
He hasn't played with enough winners at Arsenal. Now he will play with winners.
He was a winner, but it's also because I remember, people like Cantona coming to Manchester United. It was easy to just be a bit of a loner. But he mixed with all the players embraced him, and we went on to win things. Sanchez can't be a loner when he goes to Manchester United. The players won't have it, and that's an important thing.
He's been fit virtually every game since he's been there. He runs harder, faster than anybody else there. I think it's very harsh to say that he's he's down tools or anything like that.
He's never down tools. Never.
By the book.
Let's just finish off the Sanchez thing, which is Arsenal are getting a lot of a hard time for not tying him down to a contract.
Their fault.
But Mike, I think they tried to. But 2 years ago, he would say, if he says, which he obviously did, I don't want to sign one, even 2 years ago,
and
you are between the devil and the deep blue sea, because if they then sold him, the Arsenal fans would be going, you're selling the best player, what you do?
Again.
But they risked... The other side of that is they risk what's happened, which is getting towards the end of his contract.
OK, so it's not his fault. And
if
I was the same, I'd do the same.
Exactly.
If they're 6th best in the league and I'm the best player in the Premier League, I'd think, sod this, I'm going to a better
team. But my point is, they tried to get him to sign up 2 years ago and he didn't want to.
And that's their problem. And as I say, if I was him, I would have done exactly the same thing.
But if Arsenal were pushing him at the top of the table and doing particularly well in Europe, then he'd want to stay. But they're not.
Yeah, exactly. No, absolutely.